Hi, I'm Ms. Matsuoka, and I'm going to teach you about how to solve radical equations. So I have the steps on the right side. The first step is to get the square root by itself. Then after that you square both sides, and you're going to check your answer by plugging it in to the original equation. So we get the square root by itself first. So to do that we are going to add 3 to both sides. So we got to get 2 times the square root of 2x plus 1 is equal to 5. Now I divide both sides, oh sorry, not 5, because I need to add the 3. So when I add the 3, that becomes 8. Then I'm dividing by 2 on both sides. So I'm left with the square root of 2x plus 1 is equal to 4. And now I square both sides. I'm on step 2 now. When I square this side, it gets rid of the square root, which is the whole reason I square it. And that gives me 16 here. Now all I'm doing is getting x by itself. So I'm subtracting 1, I get 2x is equal to 15. I'm dividing by 2, I get x is equal to 15 over 2. So from here, I'm just going to plug that in to my equation. So I'm going to write check here so that we kind of know exactly which step we're at. It's going to be 2 square root of 2 times 15 over 2 plus 1 minus 3 equals 5. So I get 2 square root of, and these will cancel out to give me 15 plus 1 minus 3 equals 5. This is 2 times the square root of 16 minus 3 equals 5. This is 2 times 4 minus 3 equals 5. To me, this is far enough. I know that this is going to work out because 2 times 4 is 8, minus 3 does give me 5. If you want to take this out further and really make it 5 equals 5, that's fine. But this is all I really need. I know that this answer works, so I know that this is the correct answer. Couple examples of things not working is if I had a negative in the square root, or if I had a negative as my answer. So maybe I got a positive 5 here, but this said it was equal to negative 5. That would be an incorrect answer. Alright, I'm going to do another example for you, and then we'll do the bonus question. Here's our second example. Remember, we're still doing the first step. We need to get the square root by itself by adding the 2 to both sides. So I get the square root of x plus 2 is equal to x plus 2 here. From here, I'm going to square both sides. So I square this side. When I square the right side, I want to put parentheses around it, because this is a good reminder of what we are really supposed to be doing here. A lot of people forget that when we square something, it's multiplying it by itself. So we're doing x plus 2 times x plus 2. So it's really a multiplication problem. So we're either multiplying this out with like FOIL, or we're multiplying out with the box, or some method like that. So we get x plus 2 here, because that makes the square root go away. This is x squared plus 4x plus 4. Now I need to move everything over to one side to get it to equal 0, because that's how you solve quadratics. So I'm going to move this stuff over to that side, so I get 0 equals x squared plus 3x plus 2. I'm going to solve this by factoring. The 2 goes in the top, the 3 goes in the bottom. It's just going to be 2 and 1. So I get 0 equals x plus 2 times x plus 1. So this means x plus 2 equals 0 and x plus 1 equals 0, which means x equals negative 2 and x equals negative 1. Now I'm going to plug it back into my original equation here to try and solve. So I do my check right here. I do need to plug in both of them. I'm going to plug in the negative 2 on this left side first. So the square root of negative 2 plus 2 minus 2 is equal to negative 2. So I get the square root of 0 minus 2 is equal to negative 2. This is true. And I'm going to do the other one. So I'm going to get the square root of negative 1 plus 2 minus 2 is equal to negative 1. So from here I get the square root of, that's going to give me positive 1 minus 2 is equal to negative 1. This means 1 minus 2 is equal to negative 1. This is also correct. So they both ended up working out. Like I said, the only time that it won't really work out is when you have, like, you know, square root of 9, for example, equaling a negative number, or something like that, to where it's you have a square root or a negative in the square root, or you have a square root equaling a negative number. So both of these answers worked out, so that's really good. And now I'm going to show you your bonus question. And here is your bonus question. Make sure that you are getting the square root by itself before you square it, and when you square it, you really multiply everything out. And don't forget to check either, because a lot of people forget to check. And it's really important to check, especially to make sure that your answer is correct, because sometimes you might get an answer that's not actually going to work out. Good luck!